427. Thank you so much. Have a good day. That's called relevant positioning. While I am subject to terrorism and sexual violence inside of the shower room, which is the entity that's group stalking, and they're armed with surveillance cameras. Everybody that's working here, everybody that's group stalking by virtue of employment and by virtue of paying money to stay in a hotel room to group stalk. This is a demon that's in position. Okay, the entity is tracking your steps, and you'll know that by the fake sun that's over my head. This is, again, an unofficial government agent, okay? Doesn't even require a high school diploma to engage in group stalking with the state. That's the likes of those who are group stalking under the fake sun. At 10:19 a.m., I'm at 714 North Vine Street, and that's how you understand the intent of an entity to maintain presence around you. Movement under the fake sun and engineer light is the monitoring accomplished. This is what demons are doing, pacing around me while I'm physically nude inside of the shower. I want to go violence because not only are you understand that group stalking is an exceedingly violent sex offense committed by an entity, and everything that you hear, which was amplified audible activity, which cannot be heard inside of the 4th floor hotel room while a demon paces back and forth. That's what this demon is doing, and I believe this one that works here, she's going to federal prison. Okay, the entity is engaging in a sex offense under the fake sun that is not over 714 North Vine Avenue in Ontario, the same Vine Avenue street where I walk out at 3:40 in the afternoon. But you'll recall I'm here at 4 p.m. and you're seeing the fake sun that's still at this same exact entrance at 4 p.m. Again, getting to the intent of a demon-possessed sex offender that's obsessed with my genitalia and group stalking while the entity fills that shower room on the 4th floor where you cannot hear traffic, where the sun will not be present 8 hours later at the same address, and also remaining at the same time in this same position over the top of my head while the demons of the Ontario Police Department are engaged in criminal summoning based on the criminal conduct of the demon-possessed people of the state. All right, she's going to federal prison, and so are the demons that you'll see on video on October 13, 2024 at 10:19 a.m. where they are not under the sun, which is speaking to malice. It's speaking to an admission in the video. They admitted to engage in criminal summoning. When someone is calling you, the summon are the demon-possessed people of the state who act with impunity. This impunity is noted to Holiday Inn. This impunity is noted to every demon checking out a hotel room. This impunity is noted to every employee. This ongoing determination to remain present in your path, which is also exhibited through checking out the hotel rooms, arriving to work, walking, group stalking right in your face. And these are the sex offenders obsessed with my genitalia. The shower room is filled with ongoing amplified noise, the bathroom sounding with traffic, which is, again, the evidence of that demonic environment is the evidence of the light source, which is not possibly the sun. It's the intent to engage in that pattern of conduct. P.O.C, demons who are pacing. This is P.O.C. Hi, do you know if I can, do you work here?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Do you know where I can find somebody that works here? You look like an employee, sorry.
No.
No, you don't? Okay, that's P.O.C. I just want to make sure that I'm capturing what is crossing a path. Under the same entrance at 4 p.m., this is where the fake sun is at 4 p.m., and that's already captured on video. You'll recall what is, let me be clear, status with regard to third-party status is not changing whether they work at Holiday Inn or whether they're group stalking with Holiday Inn by checking out a hotel room. The entity is engaging on the pattern of conduct with a large number of demons, amplified audible activity, impossible light, going to federal prison. These are old crusty demons obsessed with my genitalia. Impossible light moving across the building. License 83228L2. Steve Garvey for the U.S. Senate. They're attributing, let me be clear, the demonic and un-American criminal system of group stalking. They're demons that are representing the Senate on that vehicle. They're bringing shame to S.L. Garvey. Don't vote for them. Demons are supporting Garvey, and they're engaging in what is terrorism, and they're also obsessed with my genitalia coming onto the ground. That's all they did was engage in the pattern of conduct of group stalking. Understand the intent of that. This is not over 714 North Vine Avenue, nor will it ever be while I'm showing you the pattern of conduct, because what do you see? At 3:48 p.m., this fake sun is directly over my hotel room, which is on video. And sunlight is never the product of that which is appearing at a distance away from your vehicle when you're driving under that fake sun. S.L. Garvey is being supported by a bunch of demons, which I want to be clear, that is telling you about who S. Garvey is. These demons are affiliated in the spirit. They are supported by each other, they are placed by each other, and they are acting in concert with each other, especially with regard to maintaining strategic positions such as government. So I just want to point that out. While you have those that are supporting somebody such as Garvey, you have demons that are engaging in sexual violence on video, acting with impunity, engaging in this un-American conduct, representing some sort of Senate candidate. I just want to point that out. That's just as an aside. Nonetheless, at 10:19 a.m., the entity is keeping the fake sun. It's 10:23 a.m. So you will recall the video documentation captured in this captured on October 13th while I'm remaining at Woodside Senior Apartments, where the entity was keeping a fake sun from 7:18 in the morning until after 6 p.m. and then an outright departure where the light source, not the sun, could ever be capable of being over both the Ovid Family Community Library, as I documented on the podcast. This is documentation dated up to 2022. 2024 documentation is not the first time that I've documented. This is ongoing, continuous criminal evidence against the state who's going to be prosecuted for sexual violence, because that's what group stalking is. The entity is obsessed with your genitalia, pacing all around on the 4th floor, filling the shower room, the bathroom with noise that is impossible to hear, while you're looking at what is light that's impossible to be the product of just driving underneath it, while they are intentionally engaging what is present in that environment. The entity that's group stalking is group stalking while you're physically indisposed, while your genitalia is exposed, while you're engaging in private and personal activity, and they think that walking in plain sight, it makes the appearance of innocence. It's the ease with which you can identify sex offenders and put those threats in federal prison, because that's what they are. This is pacing by a vehicle and a demon in the path, while impossible light appears on the ground. And the same exact 95071K2, impossible light against the building, 2326A4, Nevada. And this is what they're doing while I'm nude in the shower, monitoring sex offenders that like to have sex with children. They engage in kidnapping children. They derive pleasure and gratification while they're engaging in sexual violence or group stalking. This is the threat that they pose to minor children, raping men and women, violating the consent of those that cannot even render legal consent. That's the threat that the demon-possessed who are group stalkers pose. And they're a part of government. They're a part of terrorist organizations masquerading as law enforcement agencies. These are demons under a fake sun. That's the identification of that entity that's engaging in criminal conduct, state surveillance, which is satanic. All right, that satanic nature is by virtue of evidence of this light source that's still here 8 hours later. It's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. I'm capturing video at 5:32 p.m. The entity is keeping this fake sun in perfect alignment with my hotel window. It's already published on YouTube. You can look at it yourself. The entity's pattern of conduct is that which includes keeping the light source over whatever venue that I'm at from the beginning of the day till the end of the day. And that is captured by virtue of this light source here. And it's still here in alignment to me as I walk outside of the same entrance where right now you're seeing demons pacing in a parking lot. Engineer light is all over the asphalt, moving across the buildings while they're walking by and driving by. These demons are pacing right in your face, and they engage in sexual violence with impunity. They like to invade my hotel room. Maria L., that's a violent sex offender. She is acting with these demons, and she's group stalking me while my genitalia is exposed. She's a group stalker that had the nerve to walk inside of my hotel room. That's one of the many reasons why she's going to federal prison. And if Maria L., the supervisor over housekeeping at third-party facilitated venue Holiday Inn, is not a natural-born citizen, her and every other demon and violent sex offender that's been granted the privilege to be in this country will be deported, and you are seeing why they are not welcome. Understand, every vehicle that's driving by, they represent the entire state. That's how group stalking is underway. One person acts on behalf of the entity. This is a demon, a sex offender that's just pacing back and forth right in front of your face. The intent to do so, to monitor, is the evidence of the unnatural environment. There's a scientific impossibility that, first of all, the sun is this hunkered down, this low over the building. Second of all, that it's here 6 hours later. That's recognizing pacing by a demon-possessed person, and the entire entity engaged in what is sexual violence that's documented in the document entitled Holiday Inn - the People, where I'm documenting bathroom monitoring, which is an exceedingly violent sex offense, okay? And demons are always engaged in this sort of conduct. It's concentrated inside of the hotel room. Amplified noise inside of the hotel room. Mentally ill psychopaths who are group stalking in your face, no longer hidden with regard to their condition or their intent to maintain presence around you. Group stalking on behalf of demons such as Randy German, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, who are relevant position on Amargosa Road, relying on the entity that is group stalking as a population under a fake sun. They are intentionally present in that environment, and they engage in federal stalking. Every single last one's going to federal prison. It's currently, by the way, 10:27 a.m., where the fake sun is remaining not over 714 North Vine Avenue. The fake sun moves as I move. That's also speaking to, again, saying the same thing in terms that you can understand. The sun, the natural environment, does not consist of remaining in this position over 714 North Vine Avenue, where I'm also documenting that same exact address. The light source is remaining over me at that same street. That's also a scientific impossibility. That's another way to see the same exact evidence of group stalking. Sexual violence. The entity is also maintaining the light source here until after 5:32 p.m. in alignment to me, my hotel room window. It's over my hotel room window at 2:47 p.m., at 3:48 p.m., which is captured on video. This is already evidence sitting on the record. The entity is engaging in what is impunity while you're looking at them group stalking in plain sight. All right, this is relevant to the damages that Holiday Inn is going to compensate for the psychological harm, for the sexual violence. You're literally going to pay for being obsessed with my genitalia and engaging with impunity and lawlessness, which is exhibited by the entity while the demons are maintaining the elements of monitoring in the parking lot, including the demons at the front desk. Those two females, again, engage in what is sexual violence. I am not into women, but you have women who are obsessed with your genitalia genitalia group stalking you. And they're demon possessed while doing so because you're dealing with the spirit. Okay, and that's legally relevant because the government is group stalking and it's a demonic system. It is currently 10:29 a.m. and the entity's keeping the fake sun, and you're looking at the broad amount of people, large amount of people who are group stalking with Holiday Inn. And I want to be clear, it is as specific as I'm going to state. They are paying money to group stalk me inside of this hotel. Everybody providing their credit card numbers and their ID, they're all going to federal prison. It's the same treatment with regard to this criminal pattern of conduct based on the threat to your life. The entity is intending to murder and kidnap you while they're group stalking you. Now, this objective is clearly not going to be accomplished. Now you're looking at what is the outright shown. There's no hidden obsession. The entity is indeed obsessed while its criminal system is exposed. It is under no circumstances suggesting innocence under the remaining fake sun, in the remaining engineered light. Driving your vehicle does not create sunlight ricocheting on this ashy asphalt or ricocheting across the parking lot onto moving across the walls. That's the pattern of conduct, though. Demons stalking in the path with engineered light. Females, okay? I'm not interested in any male stalker that's obsessed with my genitalia, nor any female stalker that's obsessed with my genitalia, because this is what they're doing in the hotel. Pacing around on the 4th floor, and engaging what is amplifying the sound of traffic, demonic, while in engineered light, which you saw on video, demonic, engineered light in the depths of that hallway, that's where they're pacing around and filling my shower room with noise because they're monitoring my nudity. They want to pace all around like demons while you're nude. They're sex offenders. I cannot stress that enough. That's exactly how group stalking is going to be prosecuted. It is currently 10:30 a.m. The demons that are group stalking with the Ontario PD on October 13, 2024 are one of many who are going to be prosecuted and going to federal prison, just like every other demon pacing, because that's what this is. Multiple bodies in the engineered light. They're pacing in plain sight. You're witnessing demon possession and sexual violence. They were all monitoring one woman together inside of the hotel. It is currently 10:30 a.m. and this is P.O.C. This license plate of this sex offender coming across the crossing path with those demons that are walking by, understand they're pacing together. License plate. Under no circumstances is sunlight ever ricocheting off of your car. KJL 738, that's an Alaska plate of a Caucasian female who's group stalking, and they're pacing around in the parking lot, they're pacing around in the sky space, they're pacing around in the hotel, while, again, lying in wait conduct. Oh, she's nude, let's do it now, meaning stalking with amplified noise, demonic, intentional. Under the fake sun, demonic, intentional. The fake sun that remains here. And doing so with amplified audible activity of traffic, demonic, intentional, sexually violent, wanting to do so while you're nude. Wanting to do so, which has nothing to do, by the way, with a communication device or any documentation. Understand the sexually perverted and predatory behavior of group stalking, which is directly reflecting on the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, who are group stalkers, the San Bernardino County Probation Department, who are group stalkers, and you're looking at a population pacing all around. Arizona Pipeline, they're a bunch of demons. The shadow of the tire is coming underneath the vehicle. License 86173P1. Never is sunlight going to ricochet off the building or off the cars or onto the asphalt. Neither is that the sun that demon is driving, representing a corrupt company who's documented and will be prosecuted for group stalking, state surveillance, and federal stalking. That's impunity by the entity, understand, as you're witnessing that. It is currently 10:32 a.m. This is POC.